we have our jobs, we have our families, we have our volunteer activities. So we may understand that fitness and nutrition is important, but how do we fit it into our lives? So there's three major parts of fitness that I just want to briefly talk about today, and those are cardiovascular fitness, strength, and flexibility. They're all important. What we want to do is find a balance of those things that works for our individual goals. Now, this is something that you may or may not have heard of. So the way a lot of people think of exercise is that I wake up at 5:30, not me personally, that will never happen. I work out for an hour and then I go sit at my desk or drive for the rest of the day and I'm good. And the more research that comes out is pointing to staying active throughout the day. So yeah, it's fantastic if you get up and you do your hour workout. That's great, good job. But we need to stay active throughout the day, and that's what NEAT is. It's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So when we say that, it's something like, okay, every 30 minutes, I'm going to get up and walk around for 3 minutes, or every hour, I'm going to take 250 steps. And a lot of us have these watches that beep and tell us to do those things, right? If this is something that you're interested in, I'm going to share this presentation so you can click on this NEAT ideas, which will take you to one of my mentors, Dr. Len Kravitz's website. He has a million ideas of how to increase movement throughout your day. Now, when we talk about metabolism, every time I go to the grocery store, I see like 5 magazines at least in the checkout area telling us how to raise our metabolism, improve our metabolism, and I'm not entirely sure that people understand what that is. Our metabolism is just the sum of all of the reactions that keep us alive and moving, right? And mostly what it has to do with is your body size. So when people say things like, I want to improve my metabolism, I want to make my metabolism faster, what they're really kind of saying is they want to increase their body size. I don't think that's what most people's goal is, but that's what that means. Now, when we look at this a little bit more closely, we'll see that most of our metabolism, most of our calories for the day, most of our energy goes to just maintaining life. That's the blue area. 25%, this red area, goes to the NEAT, the non-exercise activity thermogenesis that we just talked about. So the more you move throughout the day, the more calories you burn, right? The more that your body needs to do to maintain homeostasis. So exercise for most people is much less than their NEAT. So fitting this stuff in, right? Yes, Remus, we're excited too. Fitting this into our lives. So what's something that we can do in 3 minutes, maybe 4, that will actually improve our fitness? Is it going to turn us into professional bodybuilders? Absolutely not. Will it improve our metabolic fitness, meaning we'll be less likely to deal with type 2 diabetes? It might help us improve our weight if that's something we're interested in. It's going to help our cardiovascular health. So I am not talking about becoming a professional athlete. I'm talking about those of us that are busy and just need to do something. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Now, if you guys want to turn off your screen for this part because you're not wearing pants, like that's totally fine. I'm going to ask you to stand up if you can. One thing that we're going to do first would go in the cardiovascular category. So what I'd love for you to do, if you have the space, is to just stand up and walk around your room for 30 seconds. If you're near some steps, just step up and down on the steps, up and down on the steps. If you need a cup of tea, you need to fill your coffee, you need to grab some water, get up and do that, right? It's just about moving for 30 seconds. whatever space you have. Not all of us have a ton of space right now. I understand that. Or you can even just step touch, put on some music. Most songs are around 3 minutes, so it works out really well. Pick a song and just move around your room. All right, now that we've done that for 30 seconds, if you have something nearby that's a little bit heavy, right? Now I'm in my kitchen, so I have my husband's cast iron, whatever this is. It's very heavy. I don't use it because it's so freaking heavy. So what I've decided to do is use it as weight. It is now my dumbbell. So if you have something heavy nearby, and you don't, okay, if you have something heavy nearby, what I'm going to ask you to do is hold it in front of you, and you're going to stand and reach up over your head. Sit down, stand, and reach up over your head. And we would do this for 30 seconds. I love that. I love that. Good job. You guys are creative. Chris always has some sort of a stool or something going on, right? Looking good. Tim, it looks like that's a book. Nice. For my kids, they use their backpack. My gosh, do you know how heavy those kid backpacks are these days? Right. So we do that for 30 seconds. And now we say, okay, how do we include a little bit of flexibility? If you have a door nearby, this one feels so good because most of us sit like this at our computers by the end of the day. Do you feel that? Shoulders forward. It's the beginning of the day, so maybe we're still okay. But maybe we find a doorway and we give our chest a little bit of a stretch. Maybe 15 seconds. It doesn't have to be long. If we don't have a doorway, that's totally fine. Just reach out. Pretend it's like a beautiful day on the beach, like you're in Heather's little world there. Oh. Yes, Remus, I know.
And you're getting arrested.
Another. Who's getting arrested? Tim's getting arrested?
Oh, that hasn't happened in years.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Something else that feels very good and does not take a lot of space is stretching those hamstrings. So I like to just put my heel up on my chair and lean forward so that I'm stretching my hamstring because, oh man, do they get tight. I don't know if you can see my dog, but he's helping me here, right? You want credit for all the help you're giving, dude? Okay. And then I would get the other one. And I would stretch the other one. I'm talking 15 seconds. It doesn't have to be long. I put that all together. And I've done a neat break. All right. So there was a little instruction there. So it might have taken a little longer than 3 minutes, but that is our neat break. Is that something you could reasonably do every hour in between meetings? Right? I mean, that's pretty achievable. Doesn't require any expensive equipment, doesn't require a ton of time. So that's the type of thing that I try to identify with my clients is what are some little spaces that we can throw some exercise in to help people be successful. I'm just going to share my screen one last time. Hopefully. Maybe I won't. Regardless, if I can share my screen, I am starting a new program on April 19th. This is just a list of what we did because I'm going to share this presentation. If you know anyone who could use a little bit of help with this, this is my information. Everything is on my website, and there is a coupon for anyone that you refer. All you have to do is mention the VANG discount and they get $75 off. Jazz hands for a coupon. May I answer any questions for anyone?
Well, what is that program?
What is that program? Excellent question, Lisa. Thank you for asking. And I have to talk to you later because actually someone at my husband's office died in the office yesterday. After having a heart attack. And I was like, oh my gosh, he wasn't there. And yeah, anyway, so they may be asking for your services. The program that I'm starting includes personal training so that people can get their form right, work around any injuries they might have, feel more comfortable. Group exercise, this is virtual. I have half-hour classes. I know people are busy. And daily accountability. And I'm changing that up this time based on feedback that I've received. So there will be twice a week, there will be little video messages. Twice a week, there will be texts. Twice a week, there will be emails. So hopefully we can find something that works for everyone. So a lot of us know what to do, right? You guys know that eating vegetables is healthy. I don't need to tell you that. But do you do it? And how do you start doing it? Because behavior change is challenging, especially when you're busy and you're exhausted and you have really obnoxious kids who won't eat anything. Like, I mean, I get that. Believe me, I live that. So having a little accountability can really just help put you right over the edge.
I have a question, Danelle. So what are the times that you're hosting these classes? And if people can't make those times, are they recorded for them so that they can watch them when they're available to do it?
That's a fantastic question. Thank you. Right now I have 3 different times when classes are offered, and my hope is that at least one will work for everyone. I haven't figured out a way to record and share yet due to the music, because it's not legal. Like, I can't record something and share it on YouTube if it has licensed music in it. They censor it. So I'm trying to figure out a solution to that problem, but I'm not there yet.
Let's talk privately. I have a solution.
Okay.
Chris always has a solution.
That's why we love him.
I have a question. So how similar is the next class to the one that Jeannie and I did with you?
Well, the concepts will be the same, but the same general concepts, right? I mean, eating vegetables, lowering sugar intake, making sure you have adequate protein, making sure you're active, cardio, strength, and flexibility. I tend to focus a little bit more on the exercise and a little bit less on the nutrition compared to Sohaila. And obviously the delivery will be totally different because this is just coming from me. It's not coming from like a third party.
Okay. And what was the day of the week? I missed that. I spaced out on that answer.
The day of the week. Well, it starts on the 19th. I have scheduled weekly meetings on Wednesday evenings. If that doesn't work for people, I'm totally open to change that. A class from 6:30 to 7 where we move, and a meeting from 7 to 7:30 where we talk.
You said the 19th, right?
Correct.
Of April, correct?
Correct.
In my calendar, that's a Tuesday.
Well, the program starts then. Like, you'll get a little video from me saying, yay, welcome to the program. Here's what we're going to do. And then the next day would be the first meeting.
Got it. Okay. I'd like a video from you saying yay. All right. Any other questions? All right. That was terrific. Thank you.
Thank you.